Alrighty, guys. So, today I thought I'd share a little something, about my life. Hopefully I don't die on the way to sharing you these, nuggets of fucking wisdom. Um, so, if you've been following my stuff for a while, you know that we're currently looking for a new house, right? And there's been a couple of houses that we have applied for where we think that they have overvalued the price of it. And so we've offered them what we feel is in line with market value at present point. And it's one of those things of like, the market will dictate what something's worth. You can think something is worth X, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 maybe. But if no one in the market is buying it, it doesn't matter what you think it's worth. It's just worth what it's worth. It's worth what people are willing to pay for it. And that's the reality of this. Right? And so we've put out these offers to a few of these places, and they've said no. And one of them is, because they're holding out for this, what their perceived value is. Right? So, for example, one of them wants $1,000 a week for a 4-bedroom house. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. We put an offer out to them 10 weeks ago. So all possible upside that they could gain from the value that they think the house is worth, they're never recouping 10 weeks worth of rent. Even if we'd only offered half, it would still take them a year to recoup the losses if they got the full amount that they have now lost by saying no to our application. That is beside the point. But what it made me think about is this: how frequently we miss taking the opportunity when it was presented. And I think that terminology is really important too. It's taking the opportunity. Lots of people think about opportunities should be given. We should be gifted these things. We should be gifted, opportunities, money, fitness, health, all these kinds of things. No, none of these things are given. They are taken. And you must take the opportunity in the moment of the opportunity. When an opportunity arises, even the smallest one or the hint of an opportunity, you must take action. You must act upon it now in the moment of the opportunity. And I think so many people end up wasting their lives, wasting opportunities, and then end up resentful. There's a particular man in my life, I will not name him, who is definitively that one, who was gifted in this life. Was gifted with talent, with athleticism, with, opportunities on plenty. And he never took advantage of them. And now he's old and grey, and he's resentful. Hell, he's downright spiteful because all these opportunities were presented to him. And he feels like the universe owes him something. But he never took advantage of these opportunities. Not once did he take the chance and do the things that needed to be done. He didn't take the opportunity in the moment. Holding out for that perfect scenario. Holding out for everything to align, all the stars and all the universe to line up perfectly. It's not how it works. You have to jump on it when it's there, and nothing will ever be perfect. It just won't be. You just have to take advantage of the glimpses, the looks you get, and make the most of them. And I think this applies heavily to fitness. Opportunities of becoming the greatest father, the best version, the best husband, the best man that you can be. I think these things apply greatly to this as well, because you have opportunities, and especially when it comes to fatherhood, I think you have this weird mix of an endless opportunity and a tiny window all at the same time. Most of the formative years of a child happen in the first 5 years. Most of their personality happens in that first 5 years when they take in it as a sponge. And then they spend from 5 to 12 looking for examples in the world to confirm or deny this thing. So you have 5 years, which is an immense amount of time for them to soak up what a father should look like, what a man should look like, what a man who takes on responsibilities, who provides for his family, who shows up as the best versions of himself, who keeps his word, looks like. You have 5 years of opportunities to show that to them. And then you have a subsequent 7 years to reinforce that and teach them that that is in fact true. And yet, look, my kids aren't that old. My oldest is 3.5. And yet I can tell you that it has flown past at an unbelievable pace. I cannot believe that my beautiful little girl is already 3.5. It should be 4 at the end of this year. That in a year or so, we're going to have to figure what the fuck to do about school. These kinds of things. Yes, you have plenty of time, but it also flies by. So we have these moments, we have these opportunities to do great things, with our life, to impact our children, to be there as the best husband for our wives, as they progress through these stages of motherhood and life, to be that best version that we can be. You have these opportunities and you need to take them. Like, they will disappear faster than we would like them to. And if we're just trudging the slow march to death and never taking life by its horns, those opportunities are going to disappear. And then one day you wake up, resentful and disappointed in how you spent your life. And I had this one come up the other day, and I think there is not that I think that balance is a true thing, but a balance or a fine line to walk, or a dichotomy that needs to be established with this thing. So people were like, yes, but you're going to resent more if you're always working. You're always hustling, you're always grinding. Let me get a bit of light here. There you go. Yeah, you're always hustling and grinding and never spending any time with your family to be the man. And I was like, yes, I can see what you're saying, but you're also missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the work is like your job or your business or things like this. The work is the things that make you the best version of yourself. And there is also, look, I am someone who is potentially turning down or leaving money on the table to spend time with my family. I split my days in two so that I can spend a good portion of the middle of the day with my family, because they are my number one priority. And my kids will never be this age again. They will never have the opportunity to have dad around and spend this much time with them. So I'm going to milk every second of it. I'm going to take in every possible second of the time that I get to spend with them while they're in this age. I'm not saying don't spend time with your family. In fact, I'm saying the complete opposite. I'm saying make sure, A, that when you do spend time with your family, that you show up as the best version of yourself, that you are present, you are in the moment, you are being part of what they're going on, you are concentrating on them, you are giving them your full attention, that you're not on your phone, that you're not seeking other things, that you aren't exhausted and just laying defeated on the floor, that you are there and present for them. That is part of it. But it's also part of this thing, and I was thinking about this today, that you have to fill up your cup first. That if you don't look after your health, your fitness, your mental health, your satisfaction, your fulfillment, these kinds of things, you're going to show up as a shell of a man. You might be there physically, but are you there in all these areas? Are you there mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Are you present? Are you happy? Are you showing up as the best version of yourself? Are you giving them the best version of yourself? Because I have a feeling the answer is probably no. If you're not looking after these other areas, yeah, the answer is probably no, that you're not. And that's the rub on it, And I was thinking about it today because I'm suffering on this too, that I feel that I'm incongruent with a lot of these things that I'm talking about. Obviously, I do my workouts, I do my weighted walks, I do all the things, my daily photos, my cold shower, my 10 daily wins. I do the things that are on my list without fail, but it's the other things, like I am, on my greatness list, I'm not pushing myself. I'm just kind of ticking the boxes. I'm not going all in on it, and I feel really incongruent with it. But the rub on it is that the hardest point is when shit's hard. As what a clever sentence that was, but it's the truth. So I'm fucking tired at the moment. I am absolutely knackered. I fell asleep sitting on the floor today. Like, I was just sitting on the floor and I fell asleep. That's fucking terrible. Like, that's a terrible job on my behalf. And I need to do better on that. And part of that happened because, as I've said to you before, my son's not sleeping through the night. And then I'm starting really early and I'm just not getting enough sleep. And I'm like, I need to start in the things that I can control doing better. I need to do more work. I need to show up better in the time that I am working and the time that I am being a parent and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I need to do better on that. And part of that is controlling that sleep hygiene and getting better night's sleep. But on the flip side, I'm fucking knackered, and so it's really hard to do the things that get me a better night's sleep. It's like I talked about yesterday, that a big problem with sleep and restfulness or rejuvenating your soul and stuff is that it requires effort, and we are addicted to sedation. So yes, I need to get better sleep, but that requires effort, and yet I'm just so tired that all I want to do is go to sleep, but it doesn't give me good quality sleep, and round the circle we go. So it becomes this point of you need to make a decision on what you're truly going to invest in. Yeah, it's going to require extra effort that you might not have at this moment in time, but extra effort that you need to give so that you can be the best version of yourself. So that's my question to you right now. Can you find the extra effort? Can you find the extra gear to make the difference, to do the things that need to be done? So, standard platitudes right now. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, all of the things. Please do that if you want to continue to chase greatness and discover who you could truly be. Until next time.